in electing Pagan, but he still had to pay back the developers. Poor constituents' buildings would all be condemned. This was power politics.
It's my building. It's my building. Oh no. Oh no. Step 2. Building is uninhabitable. Therefore, no one can live there. Back to you.
A crucial part of step 2 is the watering down of the media until they become stenographers for the official statements of the government agencies. They report what they are told.
Step 3. You gotta find a new place to live. Maybe I'll go to Tompkins Square Park. One of the easiest ways to make a profit for developers on the Lower East Side is to take city-owned buildings and let them burn down. Then, developers can come in and they make a healthy profit. And all the homeless and all the low-income people, they just leave.
Are you hearing that they're going to turn them into luxury condos or something?
Absolutely. I mean, what else do you expect? Do you think that they're going to come here to create affordable housing for this community? Absolutely not. That's not the intention behind this.
About how many? There were 15 people? Is that what we heard?
Yes.
That were living there for about how long?
At least 10 years. At least that I can testify to it. I know that that building, I have seen it being occupied at least 10 years. Of people working in there day to day, making it better for them to be able to stay there.
What do you say to the developers who say, or the city who says, oh, they shouldn't be there without paying rent?
You know, that is true. But why are you going to pay rent in a building that has been abandoned, that is not saying have the fundamental services? The law says that if you don't have water, heat, and electricity, then you don't pay rent to the landlord because the landlord is violating the contract. Then that building didn't even provide windows. Those windows that you see there were put in there by the tenants of those buildings. Then, I mean, when the city made that argument, I would like to hear the argument that they made about their responsibility enforcing the law when this landlord abandoned that building. Where the building department was making sure that this landlord complied with the duties that he has as an owner of that building.
They're tearing into the homes on the Lower East Side. The big police force. They just come in and do whatever the hell they want because they have guns, trucks, all kinds of crap. Just go in and break down the doors like Gestapo guys did in those old Nazi movies.
Anybody left it?
Back to you.
They were not given permission to go inside that building, which is not theirs. How do you answer to that?
Well, my answer to your question is why the privately owned landlord of this building did not take care of this building 20 years ago when it was abandoned. Why during 20 years which this building was abandoned, at least 10 of that, 10 years were occupied by drug dealers, and the people who are occupying that building now clean that building from drug dealers and drug traffickers. Why the privately owned landlord who took care of this building and owned that building now want to come back to this community to speculate with that building is throwing those people on the street now. That's my answer to your question. And my answer to your question is why the administration of this city has not put a policy for low-income housing in place that will prevent this situation from happening. Why the city of New York had not summons, ticket or give violation to the owners of this building when they abandoned this building and let it be dilapidated and used for drug trafficking during the time that was used for that. That's my answer to your question.
So you think these people were right to squat in the building? You think the city was wrong, the police were wrong?
No, I don't think the police is wrong. I think the police is being used by the privately owned landlord of this building to do the dirty job. That's what I think.
Actually, my camera's over there. Give me your answer again, if you would mind.
What I think is that what had happened here is that the police is being used to do the dirty job of a privately owned landlord who abandoned the property, who should be put in jail, actually, for what he did and did abandoning this building. And the people who took over that building, the only thing that they did was to find housing that is not provided by them, by this administration, and housing that need to be provided to people in this city. That's what they did. And who is responsible for that? A mayor who doesn't provide a policy for affordable housing in our community, and two, a situation in which we have been living in this community where resources of the city are used to benefit the private market. That's what I think is going on in here. And that's my explanation to you. You're welcome.
Hey, turn into a camera too. Yes.
Yes, I
Don't be shy.
I mean, I am very angry about this.
Before we go back to the police assault footage, I'm wondering if you caught something in this report. Did you notice this guy? That guy with the camera?
That's what they did. And who is
He's a member of Rudy Giuliani's trench coat mafia. He takes pictures, reports back to the mayor, who in turn has his people call all the news stations, and they go into line. And they don't put a bit of Margarita Lopez on the news.
And that's my explanation to you. You're welcome.
Look at him there. He's a spy.
I mean, I am.
He's still shooting. Look at him.
Yes.
You gotta watch closely. All right, 7 hours earlier. The school across the street had been closed. No parking signs were up and down the street. Today was the day and the news was there. They were fortifying the squat for the assault. The entire stairway was filled with large, heavy appliances which were covered with tar and oil. Doors and windows were welded shut. An army of cops was moving this way. The police had blocked both ends of the street. Nothing was happening for a while, and that was the plan. Bore the media. Make this into a non-story. And whatever you do, don't try to explain corporate fascism. The media was complacent, and the police had yet to set up a media corral for
They're
them.
going to be very much impoverished spiritually and physically by losing their homes.
You seem to be so concerned about the police. What the police will do. Can you tell me about that?
Well, when the police evicted 13th Street, they brought in a tank and riot cops. They spent millions of dollars in taxpayers' money to evict people who have struggled and worked hard and made home for themselves. And we don't know how you can possibly justify that, but that's what we expect to happen here. And people on the Lower East Side do not go quietly and will not go quietly.
A lot of these guys, when they put your conspiracy theory down, they say things like, what is it, a group of men who meet in rooms? Like where are they going to meet? What, are they going to beam themselves up to another planet and then come down? But this has happened before, and this was going to happen again. And these were the same cops, the same group of men, and they were coming back.
For musical events and artistic events, poetry readings, that it's a vibrant place.
I'm providing some local color.
We'll be able to see it reflected to the building and picture.
The newsman knows that he would be fired if he shot it as it really existed. Then how would he afford his condo with the rents so high? He knows that Adolf Hitler and the devil are not well-liked people. He has a job to do, and it is very, early in the morning. Perhaps he can get a Porsche if he gets a picture of the cops killing this young man. Or maybe someday he'll be an anchorman, telling all the people exactly what Mayor Giuliani's press secretary told him to report. Good morning, America. Police be with you.
Here behind me, they are both inside and outside 713 East 9th Street ready, and they vow they will not move unless they are in chains. Okay, Jim Maria, back to you.
The police are coming. Orders from the top. This is the site of the new multi-million-dollar police station they're building. The community doesn't want this police station, but they're building it anyway because there's a lot of people and a lot of housing here that are going to be needed to be thrown out of their house. It's going to take a lot of cops, a lot of tanks. They're building a garage for them right there. These moneyed private developers were the type of people that got people like Antonio Pagan and Mayor Giuliani elected. And the corporations like Disney, which owned Channel 7, or Westinghouse and General Electric, which owned 2 and 4, they were all set to be rewarded at the expense of the people of the Lower East Side. All the front men knew just how to move. I care. This is a tragedy, but isn't this entertainment? You bet it is. Ratings are popping. Cops are amassing on Avenue C right now. Are you guys building a new police station? Yep. When's it going to be done?
Oh, that I don't know when it's done.
Yeah. Building up the police force. Say it's $5 million. That means it's probably $25 million. Black budget, New York City. Lots of cops are coming. It wasn't clear who would survive, but the cops were very heavily armed. And all of the corporate media had gone to get some breakfast. This would not be on TV. The squatters in the community were unified and surrounded by ever-increasing cops. The mayor's personal real estate force.
All right, let's make them with their line, we come with our line. We just make a big circle around them.
Sharpshooters and police cameramen were positioned on all the roofs, surrounding the squat from the air. Just like in Philadelphia in 1985, bombs had been loaded onto the helicopters, just in case. Jihad Giuliani. The hard reality was sinking into the minds of the community, and some of the squatters were thinking about. This was the last day. The screws were being tightened, and undercover agents had infiltrated the crowd. I recognized this one myself, who had brainwashed me, telling me that I could fly. Disinformation, discreditization was the name of the game. Good people wanted to see what was going on, but something stopped them. It had been indoctrinated into everybody to laugh when the word Nazi was used. It can't happen here. That's just how it came down. From the bunker, everyone had ordered ham, except this one news broadcaster from Channel 5. They're not letting citizens off the block. CBS, NBC, and ABC all were eating sausages, but she finished her breakfast and she got back early, totally taking the cops by surprise. She's in the press! The hotline to the bunker was quickly opened up for orders. They have to finish their breakfast. That was the only thought I could not keep away from. Let the press in, otherwise it's like Nazi Germany.
It's been like that for a long time.
It's scary.
Let the press in! Let the press in! No news in America!
3 minutes.
Here
Here people are working for very minimal wages, building the multi-million-dollar police station here, right across from the squatted building on 9th Street. Everybody's waiting for the police attack. The squatters know that if the breakfast barbecue burns down, they won't be able to go off the block to get more supplies. The squatters are ready for anything that could happen. What are you watching?
Good morning, America, caca.
The troops have arrived. 9th Street is like a box canyon. It's 8:18 a.m. The hollow points will rip you right apart, so you gotta have fun while you can. It's not a time to waste anything. Run with it, don't cross it. In this hour of crisis, they're still thinking about the children. Giuliani lied about bringing people together. He was getting rid of all the community spaces. As they take away the community spaces, the garden, these people on 9th Street forgot about the children, making a recreation area that all can use, with not a bit of money taxes spent. They love it at the media corral.
You got to get everybody to stand in front of this so they can't shoot it.
What they want is murder. Everybody in the community benefits from what the police have to offer. People are here from Charas. People are here from the Garden Coalition. People who live on the block are here. People from all over the Lower East Side are here. Everyone is thinking about death, and we're looking for closure. Free recreation, not a dime of taxpayer money spent. Community spaces, that's what it's about. Squatting, the media portrays squatting as some sort of evil thing. But isn't that how our country started? Why take homes from 60 people for some rich jerk-off developer when they could just keep living there? Everyone was about to be buried by an armed SWAT team, and the waffles were all gone. Only bananas left. This was an event. It's a community event, as they built a police station. $5 million. That's what newsmen do. But they're gone. They wanted more waffles of their own. More sausages. Squatters were trapped. But they knew the ropes. Give them enough, and they might hang themselves. Or drink 41 shots. To top it off, the media was not a happy lot. Not one of them will venture out of the media corral. They haven't even been told by the police to stay in the media corral. They immediately just go into the media corral because that's what they're used to doing. Standing in the media corral, getting the picture they're supposed to get.
Hey, go enjoy the beautiful weather. Turn the TV off. Turn it off. Sell the TV. Give it away. Throw your TV out the window. It doesn't matter. Turn it off. TV's wasting time. It's rotting your fucking brain.
Was it reverse psychology or worse?
The TV lies. Oh yeah.
In the art of war, every fortification under siege needs a first line of defense. The first line of defense is donuts. They will see these donuts and they will not come any further to evict the people from the home. This is the media corral. From there, they shall witness the retreat. The media corral is set up here, way back here. The squat's way over there. They blocked off the street over here. It's thousands of cops. I doubt they'll want to cross this donut line.
We have a donut line.
The corporate media corral is an area where the police say the corporate press has to go. And the corporate press gladly goes there because they follow orders. Just like the police follow orders from Mayor Giuliani. It's a chain of command, one to the next. When it's all said and done, it's just a bunch of people saying, I was only following orders. Back to you. Mein flying Führer Adolf Giuliani. Bad cameraman. You should be in the media corral.
Get him in the pen. Get in the pen, guys.
Bad man. You know the law.
Media, go in your pen.
Everybody was remembering the big tank used in the siege of the 13th Street squat not too long ago. Newsmen were taking dumps. Things are about to happen here on the 9th Street, the Dos Blocos squat down there. The media is supposed to go in the media corral. That's where the police tells them to go, and they always go there because they know the police are their friends, and they do what the police tell them.
Right.
And the police do what the mayor tells them.
That's right.
It's just a chain of command. Oh God, I wish we had more time. Next week, the guns, the big show of force. They're coming in the back way. They're coming down the street now. They mean business. They got the papers. They got the guns. They got the orders from Mayor Giuliani. Whoever wrote fuck is going to jail.
Says that every citizen of every country has a universal human right to affordable housing. Where are the human rights of the people in this city?
6 feet under, kid.
People who've worked hard to make a home for themselves and their children away.
They're moving. There's something happening at the media corral. What's going on?
This is a first. Holy shit, they're leaving the media corral.
He's venturing out of media corral now. He's going right toward the squat. Oh my God!
This is history. This has not happened since Rudy Giuliani has been in office.
That's corporate news up there. This is a first.
We don't know why this is happening or if it will become a trend.
And Channel 7's following.
That's two! That's two!
They're getting braver as it goes. Two corporate news channels, two corporate news organizations have gone out of the media corral.
Oh, the humanity! There's one left conferring, Bob.
One more network. Let's see if they go.
Easy to remember, Bill.
Discouraging story and a terrific report. Thank you very much, Sarah.
Cops moved in yesterday and cleared out a tenement in the East Village. 13 people who refused to leave were arrested. Well, two city cops are accused of giving a brothel advance word of police raids in exchange for cash and sex.
Started clearing out the building on East 9th Street this morning. About 60 people have been living there. The building was recently sold to a developer. He wanted the squatters out. Most went willingly, but others barricaded themselves in the building. They used cement bricks, refrigerators, and furniture to try to keep the cops out. 16 people were arrested. The squatters say they have a right to live in this building.
People have put so much money and work into that building, including myself, that we have paid for it. We have renovated it, and we weren't given the ability to buy it for